That was our shortcut for you, all about falling for somebody, falling in love. So we've got this complicated situation with Stapleton and Beryl and Sir Henry. Meanwhile, Watson sees Barrymore using a candle to send messages to someone. Okay.
Barrymore is the servant.
Barrymore is the servant.
Okay.
Stapleton is the scientist.
Got it.
That's the mark of a good mystery.
Yeah,
it keeps you guessing.
Exactly. There's a few people who could have committed the murder. So here's a good question. Why is Barrymore sending messages to someone, and who is he sending messages to?
Yes, a message is when you, of course, communicate with somebody. You send them some information. Of course, nowadays we do this. We send text messages or instant messages, Facebook messages.
Yes.
You type out some information. He's sending messages using a candle, so he would probably be using some sort of code, perhaps Morse code or something, where you would be using flashes of light. You cover the light for a certain amount of time, and then you reveal the light, and it makes these flashes, and the flashes relate to different letters of the alphabet.
Could be,
And then they spell out words, that sort of thing. So he's sending messages to someone. So who is he sending them to? Why is he sending them? And what is he saying in the messages?
All very, very good questions. When Watson and Sir Henry try to catch the man, they hear the cry of the Hound of the Baskervilles. Oh my gosh, that must be very, very terrifying. Imagine a foggy night on the wilds of Dartmoor, which is sort of just a big mass of hills and fields in England, and then you hear the sound of a giant glowing dog. I would probably run home and cover my head with a pillow.
Yes, I would be gone.
There we go. And let's keep reading. It says, Watson also notices another strange man. There's many strange people.
A lot of strange people in Dartmoor.
Yeah, absolutely. When they question Barrymore, the servant who was sending those messages, he confesses he was signaling and taking food to Selden, his wife's brother. Okay, that explains the Selden side. Remember, he was the escaped murderer. He actually knows Barrymore. Barrymore was helping him, giving him food, helping him to get away from prison and the police. And if you send someone a message, you are signaling that person in some kind of way. We can also signal people by using our bodies. If you wave your hand like this, or hey, over here, you're signaling, you're trying to get attention so that you can communicate, so that a person can see and understand an important message. What is it to confess?
To confess means that you say that you have done something.
I did it.
Usually it means you've done something bad.
It was bad.
It makes you feel like this.
I'm sorry. I can't tell a lie, though.
That's right. That's confessing. This is a good example of confessing. Criminals sometimes confess.
At the end of the movie.
Yes. They confess that they did the murder or the robbery.
I just needed the money.
They say they did it, so he confesses that he was doing this.
It was an accident.
This is a good way to confess.
Yeah.
If you're thinking of confessing something, take some notes. Mike is an expert at confessing.
I've confessed to many things in my life.
That's right. So he confesses that he was taking food to Selden because it's his wife's brother. So he wanted to help the guy out, I guess, or maybe his wife was nagging him.
That's right.
Take my brother some food.
It's not the right thing to do, but it's not the most terrible crime.
No, he just wanted the guy to have something to eat.
That's right. Okay, so that maybe means that Barrymore and Selden aren't the murderer, but we'll have to keep reading to know that for sure. Back in the story, it says Watson writes to Holmes. Remember, Holmes is still back in London doing some mysterious job. So Watson is writing to Holmes, and he tells him about all this. So he keeps him up to date, what's been happening out there in Dartmoor. And later, he tracks down the strange man and is amazed to find that it's Holmes.
What?
That other strange man that they saw around the town and around the house was actually Holmes. Of course, he's been disguised. No one knew it was him. This is a big surprise for Dr. Watson, obviously. So he is amazed. When you're amazed, something incredible happens. Something that is that it's hard for your brain to understand and to believe. And you go, no way! Because you're amazed. You're incredibly surprised. He's, of course, incredibly surprised that Holmes is the mysterious man, And he finds this out after he tracks him down. To track something down is to find something that is difficult to find, all right? So if you're looking for something and it's not right there, you might have to spend some time and energy finding it. So you can say, I finally tracked down that bookstore or that restaurant I heard about. It took me some time, but I found it.
So he's been here all along, the story says. All along just means for the entire time.
Really?
He's always been there.
He's secretly watching.
Just in disguise. They haven't recognized him, so he's been watching, he's been collecting information, finding out things about the case. And Holmes wanted to work on the case in secret. When you work on something, it just means you're doing something, some sort of project. In this case, it is the case. It is the investigation. He's been working on it. He's been doing it in secret. If you do something in secret, other people don't know about it. And he did this very well because they didn't know it was even him.
That's
they
right.
just thought, well, there's this strange guy around. This bearded gentleman keeps appearing in weird situations and doing strange things. So he was doing it in secret until now.
That's right. Even his friend Dr. Watson didn't know he was there.
He didn't know he was there.
And I remember in the book, when Watson finds out, he's angry with Holmes.
I'd be mad too.
He says, you didn't trust me? You didn't think I could do a good job investigating? And Holmes was like, no. I just wanted no one to know I was around, so that's why it was all done in secret. Oh, that Holmes.
He's a tricky one. We're almost out of time for today's program. Before we leave you, though, let's go to our For You chat.